Hey everybody, welcome to Thirsty Tutorials. Today we're going to be looking at the mods for the guns in 7 Days to Die. Hey everyone, so today we're looking at the mods that you can put on your guns in 7 Days to Die, namely for the rifles, shotguns, handguns, and the rocket launcher. So for the rifles, you have the pipe rifle, the hunting rifle, the lever action rifle, and the M60 machine gun. Now there are more guns, I'll get to them in a moment. This is just half of them. These are the bullets that these guns can use. You have your regular, your armor piercing, and your hollow point, or high power. I've also put in how many bullets each gun will take. You can see there is a vast difference. These are the mods that can be used by all of these guns. But, like for example, this gun is different because it can use these magazine extenders, whereas these guns cannot use those. But they can use the retracting stock mod and the ×8 scope. Now, all of these mods are completely different. This one I have never actually found when playing 7 Days to Die, but it looks to me like it would be one of the best mods to put together because this increases damage to undead targets. Well, zombies about as undead as you could get. So that is a really good one to have. The cripple 'em mod, you get an extra 20% chance to cripple a leg on a bipedal target. I'm not exactly sure what the bipedal means. I'm guessing that means something on two legs. Your hunter mod, that gives you an extra 25% to do more damage towards all animals, so your wolves, your bears, your rabbits, etc. Now, your laser point helps with aiming quickly and increases accuracy when firing from the hip. So you're not actually trying to look down the sight of your gun, is what it's meaning. Those are really great. This one is basically the same thing, but it's a flashlight mod. So this actually points a laser dot. You see them in a lot of action movies where wherever the laser is hitting, that's where your bullet's usually going to hit. Your flashlight is just a flashlight that you put on top of your gun. The foregrip improves the handling and accuracy when firing your weapons when you're not looking down the sight. Your muzzle brake mod diverts the propellant gases to reduce your recoil. Then what this mod is going to do is basically make it where your character does not use up as much stamina to fire the gun, because the recoil takes your stamina in order to simulate the kickback that you would get from a gun. So then you've got your barrel extender mod that's going to increase your damage, your range, and your aiming accuracy, but it is going to make the weapon a little more unwieldy and harder to fire from the hip. So if you put this on your gun, make sure you're looking down the barrel, otherwise it's going to not be near as accurate. Your silencer, that's going to be great for when you're trying not to wake up the zombies. It's better with the smaller caliber guns. Rad remover, this is another really good mod. I have not actually worked with it yet because I just recently found out what all it does. But this disables the regeneration ability of radiated zombies for 90 seconds. So if I understand this one correctly, you put it on your gun, you hit one of those glowing green zombies that automatically have a health regeneration ability. If this is on your gun, that's going to disable it where they're not regening their health for a little bit, and it's a little easier to kill them. Now your reflex sight mod, if you're doing a lot of firing from the hip, where you're not trying to sight down the barrel of your gun and everything, just rapid fire, this is a really good mod to put on. And I will be showing how to install the mods on this video as well. So then your magazine extenders, obviously that's going to increase how many bullets you can carry. Your retracting stock mod, that's going to make it to where your weapon is much easier to wield in a tight space. So the way I think of it is like you're suddenly compacting that gun down to where it doesn't take up as much space and you can move it a lot easier. Then of course your scopes, that's going to just make it where you can see a lot further out. Your bipod increases your accuracy. So that's pretty much what the mods are. Each gun is a little bit different. As you can see, these three guns actually all use these magazine extenders, but this one only holds 15 bullets, whereas these two hold 30 bullets. That's why I separated them. And you can see they also work with these trigger mods. This one makes your gun a semi-automatic, increases the rate of fire slightly. Full auto, that's going to make your gun a fully automatic, increases your fire rate. And then the burst mod also increases your fire rate. It says you fire 3-round bursts. So these are the mods, like I said, that works with these guns. There's not much difference, it's just the extra trigger mods. And then we have our rocket launcher. This only holds 1 bullet. As you can see, it works with 2 different ones. You got your HE and your frags. Then you've got actually more mods than what I expected to work with the rocket launcher, to be completely honest. Extend your barrel. My personal thought is if you don't have a really good computer, don't bother working with this thing, because it basically makes an explosion and destroys a large portion, because you're basically shooting a rocket. I mean, come on, it's a rocket launcher. So unless you've got really good frame rates on your computer, I don't recommend shooting one of these in your world. Next we have the shotguns. So you have your pipe shotgun, your double barrel shotgun, your pump shotgun, and your auto shotgun. You can see the auto shotgun uses a lot more mods than what either of these 3 do. It also holds a lot more bullets, because if you look here, you can see this little barrel thing that holds all your bullets. So that is a nice feature. And of course you can extend that barrel, which is also nice. But I've never been one that's a huge fan of the shotguns. Now, another thing to kind of be aware of is with the auto shotgun, it only does 14 damage. The pump shotgun, which is actually the best one I've been able to find because I've never found one of these auto ones, does a little bit more damage. Not very much, but a little bit more. You can also use this tube extender mod, which only works with the pump shotgun, and it increases your capacity to where instead of it holding 8 bullets, it'll hold 11 shells, whatever you want to call it. So that is something to consider. Your pump shotgun, it only does 1 bullet. So to me, it's kind of worthless unless it's like the only gun you've got, you know? Your double barrel is a little bit better, but again, it only holds 2 bullets. So it's better in a last-ditch effort scenario when you've just got nothing else, but otherwise I just don't recommend the shotgun myself. That's just me. Lastly, we have the handguns. So with the handguns, you have the pipe pistol, you have the 44 Magnum, you have your regular pistol, and then you have your 44 Desert Vulture. I am so sorry. I keep calling that a Desert Eagle because that's what it was back on, I think it was 118. But yeah, they changed it to the Desert Vulture. I don't know why. Desert Eagle to me was a lot nicer. But anyway, so the bad thing about the pipe pistol and the 44 Magnum is you can only hold 6 bullets, because these are like the Western style 6-shooter revolvers. Now the 9mm is good. It holds 15 bullets in its magazine and everything. The 44 Vulture only holds 8. However, I'm going to give you my recommendation. I use the Vulture all the time. If I can find a Vulture, I get rid of this 9mm like immediately. And the reason for that, because you're probably thinking, oh, that's stupid because this holds twice as many bullets as what the Vulture does. Not really. When you consider the fact that, one, you can extend the magazine of both. But the 9mm only does 47 damage. Okay? The Vulture does 99.6. I mean, that's almost double the damage. So yes, it takes half the bullets, but if you're doing double the damage, you don't need as many bullets. You get what I'm saying? So that's something to consider. So, and all of them can be use these trigger mods. You can extend the magazine of these two. Unfortunately, these revolver styles only use these common mods. Now, one thing to kind of consider on any of the mods in here, there are some that they just will not work together. And I don't know exactly which ones it is. You'll have to experiment that with yourself. But if you put one mod on a gun and then you try to put another mod on there, but it won't go on, that just means that the two mods kind of counter each other. They're not compatible, is what I'm saying. So let's look at this. We'll grab my AK-47. It's my favorite. And we'll grab these to show you how they work, as well as, you know what, we'll show you the difference in the scopes. I'm not sure if that one's going to make it look any different at all. And another thing to consider is, okay, this is how you're going to put these together. You click on the gun and you hit modify. Another thing to consider, every one of them is going to have this cosmetic slot. You can use any dye and make your gun whatever color you want within the game. Okay, so that is something to consider as well. Another thing is your level of your gun. This is a level 6, the highest you can get. But the perk of that is you have 4 modifier slots then. If you only have a level 1 or level 2, you're only going to have 1 slot. Levels 3 and 4 have 2 slots. Level 5 has 3 slots. And level 6 has 4. So that is something to kind of keep in mind. Now, we're just going to put on this laser eye. When you put the mod on, you can see these are flashing green. That means it can be used with this gun. Okay, once you put the mod on, which I just shift-clicked it in there because I'm on PC, then you can either hit complete or you can just hit your inventory button and it'll close it out. So now, you can see I've got the laser pointer. Now, if you don't want this on, you hit your flashlight button and it turns off. You hold down right click, you can see the laser does kind of calm down a little bit, and it's pretty accurate. So now, we'll go ahead and modify that. We'll pull that off here. Let's put our flashlight on and turn our flashlight on. So you can see now you've got a flashlight built into your gun, which is really good whenever you don't have the headlamp or your night vision goggles. So it's a good thing to have. Okay, let's pull that one off. Next is your scope, which this is just the small scope, but you can see it makes it where you can see a little bit further, and you have your crosshairs. I don't know if you'll be able to notice much of a difference. This is double the scope, though. Oh yeah, you can see a little bit of a difference. Now you might be wondering, can you use these together? Yes, you can. You can also make sure, I think the flashlight will work with any mod as well, I believe. So right now you've got the laser eye, or the laser sight, sorry. But if you zoom in to look in your scope, the laser disappears. So that's another thing. I don't really understand why it disappears when you clearly have them both on. Don't know if this changes the look of anything. So that's what your rapid fire type setup is. I'm not sure I like the massive zoom on it, but whatever. Now, let me also grab these. So, by default, this gun will hold 30 bullets. Okay. If I go ahead and I modify that, it's going to pull the bullets out, put the magazine extender on here. Now, you can't put both on there. Okay, so don't think you can cheat it that way. But just the magazine extender, now instead of 30 bullets, it's going to hold 45. You can see that in the bottom right corner. However, if I then modify it again and put the drum on there, and we'll reload it, now you can hold 60 bullets, which in my opinion makes this one of the best guns ever because it uses pretty much most of the mods, but you know, you can have 60 bullets. I mean, who wouldn't want 60 bullets on their gun, right? Now, I think it was this gun, the M60 machine gun. This one I'm actually not used to. I don't remember ever finding it, so it might be new to this update, actually. And it defaults with 60 bullets. And it uses all the same mods. Okay. I don't think I like the sight myself, but that's to each their own. Now, if we put there, oh, nice animation. reload that. Now it holds 91 bullets. Oh, wow. Okay. Oops. Okay, then now let's pull this off and put the drum on. And see how many bullets it holds. So it's a little bit slower to load when you use the drum magazine, but now it holds 121 bullets. My gosh. How much damage? This does 69 damage. Okay, how much does the AK do? So this does more damage and holds more bullets. Okay, I might be switching my favorite gun here, guys. I mean, it looks a little less conventional. It's not quite as much of a looker as the AK is, but wow, I did not know it could hold that many bullets with the mod. That is amazing. So I learned something new with this tutorial. I hope this was very helpful for you guys and that you learned something from it. And if you do, be sure to leave it down in the comments. And if there's any other tutorials you'd like to see me post up, be sure to leave those down in the comments as well. I'm always looking for new ideas on what people are trying to figure out. But this was something that I did realize that it's a little confusing if you don't know what you're looking at. So I tried to simplify it as best I could. And coming up, we will have more videos on the bows, the tools, etc. So I will see you guys in the next episode of Thirsty Tutorials.